Now let me go on to what I think is a much more positive and very, very important development for us in South Africa, and that is that this is the Trilateral Free Trade Agreement. I think, as you probably know, there have been lots and lots of discussions about regional integration. I said earlier on that from the government side we see strengthening regional integration within a developmental framework is very, very fundamental to our policies. The real barriers to promoting intra-regional trade in many cases don't reside in tariff regimes and other regulations. They reside from the fact of underdeveloped production structures, inadequate infrastructure, inability to reach standards and so on. Things of that sort located in the real economy. And what's very important is I think it corresponds with important changes in the world economy. If you look at what's been happening in the world economy and the rise of India, Brazil and China, all of them I think have had in common the fact that they have had sizable growing domestic markets. So whatever trade they have outside, they've also had a sizable growing domestic markets. That was what India has had all the way through. Brazil, it was certainly something that buffeted them in the recession. And China, although China didn't start emphasizing that, China is now moving back to emphasize the growth of its domestic market. Now the fact of the matter is that when we look at ourselves, we're small beer. We have 49 million people. They have, 200, 1 billion, 1.3 billion. That's what they have. We have a very tiny as an individual country, South Africa. But if we start looking beyond our borders, on the regional scale, we start to hit the numbers. And put it another way, somebody put it to me once, what would China have looked like today if colonialism had divided it into 54 countries? Might have looked quite a bit different to what it looks like today. So, when we look at the SADC-Comesa East African community, these are the numbers. 26 countries, Cape to Cairo on the east coast of Africa. $264 billion US combined GDP, a population of at least 500 million and up to 700 million. Now then you start to crack the numbers on the regional basis. Also, if we don't move, we're going to find that the negotiations with the European Union are going to mean the European Union is going to be traded on better terms with some of our subsets than we are with each other. That's the issue that's cropping up. So what we've agreed on, and we will be hosting in the next few months, very shortly, the first half of this year, we will be hosting the next summit of the Trilateral.